Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Reigel Promotions Esports. Tonight, for the live broadcast of the Northern Bloodline 30 for the Slide Job City 360 Sprint Car Series here at the Cedar Lake Speedway in New Richmond, Wisconsin. 3/8 mile. Of course, the 360 Sprint Car Series presented by Leadfoot Racing Entertainment, your #1 provider of sprint car motion simulators. Right now, we just saw Greg Robinson go 4th fastest now with a 12.091. Of course, the driver out of LaBelle, Georgia. We'll go on board here with number 30 of Johnny Vaughn Jr. Of course, he took part in the opener for the Reigel Promotions 360 Sprint Car Series back in March. Back in February, excuse me. At Volusia. Was so close to a win last time I was broadcasting this league 2 Sundays ago at Houston's. Lost in the final lap. Nicholas Moley now to the top of the charts in car 20, 11.761. This is the first ever visit to the Cedar Lake Speedway in Slide Job City League history. They did not take part at this track in Season 1. John Clements Jr. is 18 on lap 1. What will he be on lap 2 as he takes the famous trip off the track in turn 1 there. He goes 15th with a 12.119. Nicholas Moley still at the top of the charts in car 20. Now Jim O'Rooney will make his way out in 27. He looks like he's having some issues in Stoll. The winner last week from 17th starting spot at the Eldora Speedway. So both of his laps did not count as he made contact with the wall on both his attempts. Now Dean Reynolds on the track out of North Syracuse, Full Throttle Motorsports 79. An 11.947 jumps him up to 8th quick. Now Rooney will make his way back out onto the speedway. He and Tyler Luce look like they are the only 2 drivers to not make a time. Unfortunately, still does not have a time, but that was because he made contact with the outside retaining wall in both of his qualifying times. That every single time will invalidate that lap time. 12th fastest on lap number 1, 11.999. 11.935 puts him 6th fastest now in car 27. Looks like Lewis will be making his way out of the track there in the RTP number 3 machine. Obviously, was out with sickness last week, so he could have been in action at Eldora, but I do not believe we've seen him other than that this season. He goes 11th fastest in his qualifying efforts. So that will do it for qualifying here this evening at the Cedar Lake Speedway. So your brand new track record holder, at least for the time being, is going to be an 11.761 by Nicholas Moley. We have 25 sprint cars signed into the pits here. So we should have, I believe, 3 heat races this evening. Everyone but 1 car will advance into tonight's A main. So I think that will mean that we will have a B main later on this evening. But only, like I just said, only one of them will have to go take the road less traveled on, per se. So your starting lineup for your first heat race of the evening. Brought to you by Regal Promotions Esports Gaming. Andrew Ray in car 2 will go from the pole in the Sim Racers Anonymous machine. Outside North Syracuse, New York will be Dean Reynolds in 79. Then going third out of Fremont, Ohio, Zachary Good in the 118. Your fast qualifier tonight in the 20 on your graphics card this evening, but 48 on the racetrack. Nicholas Moley, and then Greg Robinson out of LaBelle, Georgia in 83 goes 5th. Ricky Thompson in 24 will start 6th, and then from the tail, obviously multi-time winner this season, Aiden Stoll in the 072. So he'll definitely be one you want to keep your eye on here in RPES Gaming Heat 1. Reminder, this is Heat 1 of 3 on the evening. Apologize, we have 4 heat races, I believe, because they have it set up for a max of 8. They have it set up as a max of 8 cars per heat race, but 25 is just one too many, so we will have nonetheless. Right out to the early manager and car two, see a couple cars together at the back. Rick Thompson, Reynolds, and Robinson get together. So that'll bring out an early caution flag here in heat race number 1 by RPES Gaming. See if we can get a far chase cam look at this one. It looks like there it kind of obviously starts there with 3 wide battling there going for the almost 4 wide. Or Moley, of course, gets a better getaway. They all kind of come together. Robinson stuck in the middle. Not much he could have done. But this one of those things where the cars on the outside and the inside, no clue that they're 3 wide. I guess if you wanted to put the blame anywhere, it would probably be on Dean Reynolds, but to me, that's one of those racing incidents where just kind of tough luck there. Nonetheless, we get our first caution flag of the evening. Takes a ride there in the 20 car machine. That's what the second caution of the heat race is for. Just gets up too high in the wall, and yeah, he's a pretty big double out there in turn 2. Tough break for your fast qualifier here this evening. Course gets that lucky fast repair down the pit lane, and away he will go. 2 in, still 6 laps left in your first heat of the evening. Flag is back out here at the Cedar Lake Speedway. Andrew Ray gets into turn number 1 and 2. course, those early cautions did help him quite a bit. He's working his way up to second spot now in the Coast to Coast Sim Sports, number 72. Meanwhile, he will be very close to getting side by side with Ray out the corner, and he will. Hayden still down to the race lead. 3 laps to go at the line. Steady to Andrew Ray still on second in the 2 machine. And now we got a battle here for the third spot between Robinson and Zachary Good. White flag coming out this time, and we get to the line for Stoll. Top 4 do advance. Everyone else will have to go to the B main. Of course, like I said earlier, only 1 car will be going home this evening. A little bit of a mishap there from Good. Now we'll allow Robinson to pull away in the 3rd spot. Good, barring a mistake, will hold on the spot, and he will. So Stoll, Ray, Robinson, Good, they transfer. Then Reynolds, Moley, and Thompson. That is the rest of your rundown here in RPES Gaming Heat 1. Now heading to the second heat race of the evening. 6 cars scheduled for the grid in this one. John Klimowitz III in 69 will go from the starting on the pole this evening. Kevin Goodall in car 29 will go to his outside. Then Jimbo Rooney in 27 will start 3rd, 4th. Anthony Villagrán, a driver that's shown a lot of speed across events lately. Definitely keep your eye on the number 22. Michael Tennyson will start 5th in car 10, and rounding out the field will be Jeremy Smith in 73. Minor top 4 will move directly into the A main this evening in the Northern Bloodline 30. For the Slide Job Sitting 360 Sprint Car Series presented by Leadfoot Racing Entertainment, your #1 provider of sprint car motion simulators. Next week, we'll head to the Limaland Motorsports Park for round 7 of 9. So obviously the probably the smallest track that we've seen on the schedule to this point will be next week. Of course, we raced there with the 360 Sprint Car Series in the Regal Promotions Esports League a couple weeks ago. And Goodall lead him to the start zone in 3 and 4, and away we go. Green flag is out in heat race number 2. Klimowitz gets a great jump there in 69. Goodall and Rooney now will be side by side down the back straight. He slides up, he will take the spot away in the 27. Rooney now up to P2. Goodall back in 3rd, trying to hold on to that spot. Meanwhile, final transfer is held by the CRA number 10 of Michael Tennyson. Villagrán on the outside now in the 22 after being the 2nd fastest qualifier in qualifying this afternoon. And Jeremy Smith leads up the field in that beautiful red car, I gotta say. Rooney gets into the wall, big flip for the 27. Similar thing that we saw Moley do in the first heat race. Look at that though. Able to drive away yet. Gotta applaud that. Nonetheless, though, caution flag does fly. Obviously, definitely would be a red flag if this was real life, but iRacing does not allow red flags to be a thing. Field is set to come back to the green flag here. Be halfway home. 4 down, 4 to go when 𝐒𝐲𝐢𝐝 brings us back to the line. Green flag flies once again here at Cedar Lake. Goodall now holds that second spot away. Right to Tennyson now third. And of course, Villagran now going to be in fourth. At least he looked for the third spot there momentarily. Of course, see Rooney already put his name back in the hat. So he's now one spot out of the transfer. Looks to get more here on the final 2 circuits. So he continues to blink out there. Tennyson struggled there on that lap. That allows Rooney to go up top. Of course, mistakes very plentiful here at Cedar Lake. Villagran going to go to the low side, gets into the tires though in the final lap. 𝐒𝐲𝐝 takes the win. Goodall second, third Villagran, and fourth was Rooney. So that is your 4 transfer cars. And, Tennyson and Smith will round out your field in the second heat race of the night, presented by Leadfoot Entertainment. Now your third heat race of the evening, presented by Side Bite Sim, who is also your Rookie of the Year sponsor. David Baker, the lone Australian in the field this evening, will start on pole in 19 alongside Tyler Luce. I'm at least hoping I'm pronouncing that right. Mason Martin in 15 will go third. Fourth, Ethan Milwain out of Ontario, Canada. And John 𝐒𝐲𝐝 Jr., of course, the third, just picked the win in the last one. And Jason LaViolette will roll off 6th in 45. So same thing we just saw from the last 2 heats. Top 4 will move directly into the A main. The rest will have to go through the consolation. David Baker has 2 starts on the season. He's yet to score a top 10, but sits currently 25th in the series standings. This is Tyler's first start of the season in 3, as he has not made a start with the league to this point. Get back to it. David Baker leads us to the green flag. Martin down low, as you see Tyler up top gets into the wall. We get a couple blinkers there momentarily. But Martin now works his way into second here on the opening lap. Keeps it down low. Seen a lot of speed up top, but obviously Razor's edge up there basically. You make any mistakes. As you can see, 3 making a lot of headway up top, but just very easily you can make contact with the wall and it can be off or not. Martin right now kind of making a battle, but Tyler now makes the 3 wide. We've got 3 wide battle for leads to go into turn 1. Run out of space there for the 3 machine. It's going to be a 4-car battle for the race lead. Martin has it 4 now, and he will lead at the line. Baker's still kind of holding up the top lane. He's not really blocking him, but he's definitely not doing any favors, which he shouldn't. Now Baker can come back at him here in 19. He'll blinks out once again there. Definitely a couple cars there in the middle of the field having some connection issues. It does not seem like the race leaders having connection issues, but a couple other cars are. Now, Milwain going to switch the inside line here. Holds the inside. He takes the spot away. He'll move him up to third now. Make some contact back there. 𝐒𝐲𝐝 and Baker made contact. Race was over though. I will try to get a look here exactly what happened on the final corner. Up. grid here for the 4th and final heat race of the evening. Ryan Goodall in 55 will start from the pole. Johnny Vaughn Jr. in 030 starts second. Josh Slater in 30 will be third. Fourth, Jamie Gardner in 85. Shane Pearson in the 093 rolls off fifth, and 𝐒𝐥𝐢𝐝𝐞 rounds out the field in the 07. Ryan Goodall sits 17th in the standings, tied with Dean Reynolds currently. Johnny Vaughn, of course, missed a couple races, but he is 22nd. Of course, picked up that second place run at the Houston Speedway 2 weeks ago. And Josh Slater has not picked up a top 10, but he's been pretty consistent. He sits in 13th spot in current point standings. Looks like Jamie Gardner has an EOL for this one, so he will take his talents to the back of the field. That means 𝐒𝐥𝐢𝐝𝐞's up a row. He'll now start 4th in the Lewis Knight Racing number 7. Green flag is out once again here at Cedar Lake. Out here for the 3rd spot. As Pearson continues to look low on Josh Slater. The rest of the field running up on the high side in your transfer spots. Of course, both these cars, 93 and 30, both in the show at this point. Pearson trying to make his way by, and he will in the 093. Something that I think looks like Ryan Goodall made contact with the wall up front in the race lead. And we're going to get a caution flag. Obviously, we know what the caution is for. It is for your race leader. 55 here gets in the wall. That wall there in 1 and 2. Been killer to a lot of drivers this evening. He's just lucky he did not go over top of the wall. But my assumption is he got a lot of damage there hitting the wall. He drives it off here into 3 and realizes he can't turn the car. And that is exactly what happens to the Quaker State number 55. But Johnny Vaughn now will assume the pole position on the field in 30. Shane Pearson now going to run second. Third, Josh Slater. Then Jamie Gardner now 4th after having to start at the tail. And 𝐒𝐥𝐢𝐝𝐞 will be in 5th. Of course, Goodall now will now have to come from the tail once he comes out of the pit lane. As we spoke about earlier, very easy to make a mistake here on the type of racetrack that we have at Cedar Lake this evening. Especially you'll hear a lot of drivers probably talk about it later. Very easy to get into the wall off of turn 2, as there's kind of like, I don't want to say a ditch, but like a hole when you get to like right there, and you kind of drop off the racetrack. It's very easy to put it into the wall. I do expect the bottom to come in at some point, but Vaughn leads us back to the green flag here now. Of course, Vaughn going to put it right into the fence there, but he keeps it going. I believe Goodall is going to make his way to the end of the pit lane. I saw some movement back there. Pearson now goes for racing. Of course, we just saw him. He's been really working the bottom to middle side of the speedway this whole entire heat race. Definitely showing the track is changing. Take the race lead. Of course, Vaughn got to be perfect up top if he wants to make any headway back into this fight. Obviously, top side a lot longer way around the track, so he's trying to cut the corner now, trying to slide through the middle side, trying to use the banking to his advantage, but not enough time for him. He'll finish second in this one. Shane Pearson picks up the win in the 093. Great run out of the Elite Performance Industries machine. Gardner third, and Josh Slater finishes fourth. Those are your transfers directly into the A main. Now we got our 9-car B main for the evening. Of course, top 8 will move directly into tonight's A main. On the pole out of North Syracuse, New York, in the 79 will be Dean Reynolds. He's currently 17th in the series point standings. Michael Tennyson, 20th in the point standings right now in car 10. He'll start to his outside. On the inside, out of Australia, the 19 of David Baker. And to his outside, we 𝐒𝐥𝐢𝐝, currently 11th in points, has won top 10 on the season. Nicholas Moley, tonight's fast qualifier, finds his way into the B main this evening by virtue of a mistake in heat race number 1. Jeremy Smith starts 6th, just as he did in his heat race. Jason LaViolette will go 7th in 45. And Ryan Goodall, of course, that cost a mistake in the heat race that we just saw after he was leading the event. And 9th, Rick Thompson in the 24. It's again only one of these cars you do not want to finish. As long as you don't finish in 9th spot, you are going to the A main this evening. Of course, we saw Dean Reynolds score a top 10 finish earlier this week in the Williams Grove National Open with our Regal Promotions eSports 360 sprint cars. Always, I'd say, contender up front to definitely finish top 10, if not top 5, most weeks there. Dean Reynolds is. Green flag is out here in the 10 lap B main this evening. They're obviously falling back in car 10. Baker now runs the 2nd. Moley now 3rd from the 5th starting spot. Violet also working his way up through the field there in the Leadfoot Racing Entertainment 45. So everyone pretty much home free now as Ryan Goodall has taking it pit side in 55, so everyone on the racetrack will transfer through. 𝐒𝐥𝐢𝐝 also doing some damage, so maybe perhaps those two got together. You see Baker working the top side. This is the battle for your 2nd spot. Violet takes the spot down the back straight. You see Moley and Jeremy Smith running 4th and 5th behind you. Side by side at the line, Baker and Violet work. This battle for the runner-up spot. See Violet makes a mistake there in 45. You see Jeremy Smith there in 73 gets the worst end of it, upside down for him. We saw it start there. I'll try to see if we can get a better look at what exactly happened. Looks like he just got into the tires on the inside of the speedway. Did the 45. Click on the bottom side, very easy to do, and everyone else just kind of barreling in, not able to do anything. 73 tried to miss it, but 48 bounced at the racetrack. So tough break for all those cars involved there. Obviously, though, it shouldn't matter as long as they can finish the race, and Ryan Goodall and them cannot come back out. Ryan Goodall is currently 5 laps down, so no one should be able to come back out and take the spot away from him. 𝐒𝐥𝐢𝐝 also now out of the session based on my timing and scoring. Reynolds leads the field back to the green flag. Baker now in 2nd. 3rd is Moley. That is your podium spots in the B main. 4th is Michael Tennyson. 5th now Rick Thompson. Violet now going to work his way back up to the field in 45. As only 6 cars are on the track, at least in contention at this point. Tennyson slides at the racetrack, losing the momentum off the corner. That allows the 45 to reel back in. Now he's up to 4th. He's going to look for more off of turn 2. White flag is out for Dean Reynolds at the line. 1 lap to go in the B main. Eyes on this battle season. And all he has up on the top side. Dean Reynolds going to take the win. David Baker going to finish 2nd. 3rd is going to be Violet. It looked like it was going to be Violet. Who gets it at the line? Scoring looks like it is going to be Violet in 45. So Violet gets 3rd, Moley, then Thompson, Tennyson, Smith, and Katz. Those are your 8 transfers into tonight's A main. We now have your 24 cars starting field. Now we'll head into the warm-up session. Sure, we won't run a whole lot of this, and we'll go directly into tonight's A main. 30 laps in the Northern Bloodline 30. Also, we'll say, definitely could see a new point leader after this evening, as I did notice earlier this evening, Chase Townsend not here tonight. Of course, won at the Houston Speedway earlier in the season, and your defending champion as well. Misses him in his first race of the season. So that could very much well bode well for the 37 Ethan Milway to take over the point lead, as he and Zachary Good right behind Townsend in the points, and with him missing an event. Your current point standings for the slide job sitting at 360 Sprint Car Series by Leadfoot Racing Entertainment is Townsend has a 32-point lead right now over Ethan Milway. Of course, like I said, point leader is not in competition this evening. Zachary Good, 3rd in points. He is 60 points back. John Klimowitz, the 3rd, 4th. He is 2 points back from Zachary Good. And Jamie Gardner, 63 points back from the point lead. That is the way your top 5 look in the current 360 Sprint Car Series point standings. I spoke earlier. Next week, go to Limaland Motorsports Park for the first bull ring, really, of the season for round 7 of 9. We still got 2 more races after that. On Easter Sunday, we'll be at the USA International Speedway for the biggest track length of the season. So we go from the smallest to the biggest, 30 laps at USA, one of my personal favorite tracks on iRacing. And no better place to crown a champion than on Sunday, April 12th. We'll have the championship race at Knoxville Raceway. Of course, this week on the channel, we'll have round 6 of 7 for the Reigel Promotions Esports 360 Sprint Car Series. We head to the Port Royal Speedway on Wednesday night with the Throwback Classic by TJ Visuals. A lot of throwback schemes, $12 on the line for the race winner. And Thursday night then, we'll head to the Gold Rush for a Crown Jewel event of the 2026 season for the NASCAR trucks at Auto Club Speedway. Definitely one you're not going to miss there, as Auto Club always puts on a great show, especially with the NASCAR trucks. And next Sunday, right after we're done broadcasting the Limaland event for Slide Job Syndicate, we will be live with the championship event for the Metcalf Media Off-Road Series. Of course, they are off this evening for the Truckers Tango 40 by Two Fat Guys Sim Racing Promotions. But we'll crown a champion next week in the Metcalf Media Off-Road Series at the Crandon International Raceway. See Villagran at the top of the charts right now with the 12.404. So lap times have not tailed off all that much. I think it's only about 0.7 of a second off of what qualifying was earlier this evening. Of course, track a lot more slick than it was earlier. Expect a lot of cars to be getting into the wall this week. We've seen multiple cars go over the fence in the last couple. In the last couple minutes, really, here in the warm-up session. I expect to see a lot of that in the 30-lappers this evening. So they do now advance it, and we will head into our 30-lap main event here at Cedar Lake Speedway. Of course, home to the USA Nationals for the Award of Outlaw late models, and every single year, pretty much always in end of June, host a weekend for the War of Outlaws NOS Energy Drink Sprint Car Series. Without further ado, your starting lineup for tonight's Northern Bloodline 30 here at the Cedar Lake Speedway, located in New Richmond, Wisconsin. Aiden Stoll, the four-time winner on the year here with Slide Job Syndicate 360 Sprint Car Series, will go from the pole alongside with John Klimowitz III in 69. Then going third, 15, driving the Yeti Coolers, ride Mason Martin in car 15. And Shane Pearson, the newcomer in 093, goes fourth. Andrew Ray, fifth. Sixth, Kevin Goodall. Then seventh will be Tyler there in the 3. Johnny Vaughn Jr., back-to-back podiums for him. He'll be looking to get yet another one tonight in the 030. Then ninth, Greg Robinson in 83. Then Anthony Villagran. Then Mill Wayne, possibly your new point leader after tonight's action. Jamie Gardner will start 12th. 13th, Zachary Good. Jimbo Rooney in 27, go 14th. 15th, John Klimowitz Jr. Then Josh Slater. And Dean Reynolds, David Baker, Jason Voyolette, Nicholas Moley, Rick Thompson, Michael Tennyson, Jeremy Smith, and Ryan Goodall is your 24-car starting field here at Cedar Lake Speedway for the Northern Bloodline 30. Here we go, 72 and 69 will lead us to the green flag in 3 and 4, and away we go here at Cedar Lake. Still leads the opening lap here in the 72 coast-to-coast Sim Sports ride. Klimowitz still in second spot. Martin still third, so your top four still remains the same as we complete lap 2. Goodall now up to 5th here in 29. Vaughn to his outside, we see a car flipping violently. And that's a 3 of Tyler outside the park. That'll bring out our first caution flag, just as we spoke about. Very easy to do that here, especially when the track is getting oh so slick. See if you can get a better angle of that one. That was definitely a vicious flip for the 3. We'll have 3 complete. 27 laps remain when we get back to racing. Okay, see, he had already made contact with the wall as he made it down the front stretch, and that just was never going to work. And he hits the huge Ute tires there, and yeah, that'll get you every single time. He tried to drive away here, tried to put it on the scales. Maybe he was trying to say, you know what, I'm done for the night after that. You see him in the pits there though. Make some repairs. Maybe he'll get himself back out there. as long as he can before we get back racing. At least he won't lose any laps. I believe we're coming back to the green flag this time, so he will not be making the call. He will now go a lap down in the 3. Green flag is back out, and away we go. 27 laps remain. I believe that was Johnny Bond. He will now keep it going. Rooney slides him down. Of course, it is always mayhem in the middle of the field. Still out front, leads the way to 𝐒𝐤𝐢𝐝. As Pearson now makes the move for 3rd on the outside. We saw him run the bottom side most of the night. 𝐒𝐤𝐲 now works to the outside. Will now be up to 4th, at least momentarily. Straight down the backstretch, now 4th for 𝐒𝐤𝐲. 𝐒𝐤𝐲 now runs 6th. Late 7th. So lap 6, 24 left. Now up to 8th after come from the mid-pack of the field. We get a second caution flag though. David Baker looks like it's going to be this time in 19. We'll see if we can get a better angle of that. Looks like just one of those cars either come together off the corner. Or either way, either the 19 was coming down or the 45 was coming up. One of the two. Yeah, 45 kind of gathered it back in. You tell he was getting a little sideways right at the corner. Gathers it back in and ends up getting to the 19. Obviously, definitely not anything malicious there from the 45, but nonetheless, contact was made between those two. Of course, Aiden Stoll probably would be the point leader, but he missed an event. He missed the Houston's event a couple weeks ago. So he's been near perfect otherwise, though. When he's raced, he has 3 wins, 3 top 5s, and 3 top 10s. So he's won about every race that something's not happened to him. Of course, he had trouble in the opener at Volusia. Drove up through the field 2 separate occasions. Just was not able to ever stay up there, and that was kind of his downfall in that one. But ever since then, won every single race that he's taken part in. He'll look to do that once again here at Cedar Lake. Stoll leads us back to the green flag, and away we go. 𝐒𝐤𝐲 now working to the outside in 22. See if he has anything for the 93. It goes side by side into turn 1. Still holding that second spot, no challengers to this point, but that may come to fruition here in a second, but we're going to get a caution flag. Sounded like someone got into the wall once again. It says it might be Nicholas Moley. Let's hope not. He was in the middle of the pack here, so looks like it's another one of those scenarios where, like I said, we'll try to get another look at it here, but it looks like it's another one of those scenarios where just too many cars kind of under a blanket there. 83 slides at the corner and gets the 48. Gets damage, and I believe that is what's going to bring out our caution flag. Of course, a couple more cars looks like get together on the backstretch yet. That could be because they didn't realize the caution was out, though, perhaps. See the line coming out of pit road here. I'll say, I guess we can do another story time. Reigel Promotions Esports event back in the day. We had a driver just decide it's a good idea to come out during the green flag conditions and end up taking out the leaders with him. That is why we made the old famous rule where you cannot come on the racetrack unless the field just took the green flag. And obviously the exceptions are here in Lernerville, just like when the pits are on the outside of the track, it's even more dangerous to come back on the tracks. It's very tough to see when cars are coming to the racetrack. You definitely don't want to mess up anyone's race by doing so. But that night, someone decided they'd be a little selfish and do it themselves. The green flag is back out. 9 in, 21 laps left. And now Sola taking that spot in third in 22. Pearson fourth and Milwayne fifth. Martin has slipped back to sixth now from his third place starting spot. Villagran went to the inside there momentarily. Of course, we've got two elite performance industry machines up front. That is the 22 and the 93. It's now Milwayne looking to the inside there on Pearson. They now battle for the fourth spot. Goodall is a little bit ways back in 29 behind them. As I said, now Jamie Gardner going to make his way into the battle here momentarily, but it's now going to be a three-car battle for your third spot. But now 𝐒𝐲𝐢𝐝's looking to get away from it. Does not want to be any part of it. Gets into the wall, though. It's 69. That'll allow Milwayne to have a shot at him. Still able to pull away there in the Bloodline SimSport 69 machine. Still out front now by 3 seconds in the race lead. So Jamie Gardner now working up to the field. Of course, had that UL in the heat race. Did not deter him very much. Out front, continues to pull away, even though Villagran is now in second. Puts a couple more cars lap down here. John Colas Jr. going to go lap down. Of course, third. He's running up third spot now. Moley, of course, in a battle earlier in the night. He's going to get a caution flag, still that car on the front stretch. Looks like maybe Ryan Goodall with the car involved in this one. Yep, he will. He gets involved into the wall once again. And that's what brings out your caution flag. For the second time tonight, he gets into the wall in turn 1 and 2. I don't know. If it were me, I would probably just run the bottom the rest of the night. But you got to be fast, so it kind of sucks that part of it. But to me, I wouldn't go up there in the first place because I'd be too scared. But that's also why I'm broadcasting and not the one out there racing. But clear track now. Villagran gets a clean start here. A couple more caution laps after this though. But it's a clean getaway here. He may be able to challenge for the race lead. He is not yet to start right behind Stoll. Of course, Stoll already had a pretty big advantage when Villagran got past 𝐒𝐲𝐻𝐿 for the second place position. Dean Reynolds, your B main winner this evening, has now worked his way up to 7th in the 79. So definitely keep your eyes on him. Definitely could be in play for a podium yet in this event. Still got over 10 laps left. As Stoll will lead us back to the green flag, and away we go. A very quick yellow here.
We're not going green.
I believe it's just going to be a quick yellow. I think so maybe Johnny Vaughn could have been possibly one of the cars involved in this. Guessing something just happened at the back of the field that got everyone jacked up. Sometimes, yep, that's what happened there. It looks like somebody stopped ahead, 15 slowed down, 2 had to slow down, the 30 just wasn't able to, and the 118 was right on their butt already. They get tagged together, and that is the reason for the yellow. But yeah, sometimes though, that kind of stuff happens on the single file restart, especially at the smaller venues like this. Definitely frustrating from a race control perspective, but always better to throw the yellow just to get everyone stacked back up, as a nightmare is going to happen. Basically ensue if you don't take care of it then. Villagrán, though, able to get a decent jump, but already 0.5 of a second behind. Still seems able to do anything here on an open track. No way now works his way up to the third spot. 𝐒𝐤𝐢𝐝 now has fallen back to fourth in the 69. Gardner now runs fifth. Pearson in sixth. And Dean Reynolds still in seventh in the 79. Goodall, gotta say, he's run a pretty good race here tonight in 29. Obviously not a driver you see a whole lot towards front. Only has 2 top 10s in the season, but a very respectable run out of the 29 this evening of Kevin Goodall. Still now out front by about a second, as there's 6 laps left. When they get back to the line, Villagrán still runs second. Millwayne kind of leads the best the rest, if you would say. Trying to see if we can get any battles here in the back of the pack in the last couple laps here. Rooney and Mason Martin is about for the 11th spot on the speedway. Going to take that spot away. Another battle here, Andrew Ray. Looks up top here, trying to make it a 3-way battle, not able to do so. Robinson now looks to the inside of Goodall to come off the corner here. Robinson still looks to the inside. Goodall able to hold his line up top. Rooney makes contact with Robinson. Goodall now will still hold the spot. He is not good up easily in the 29. Back up front, 2-second lead for Aiden Stoll as he'll come to the white flag here at the line. And almost a perfect night for the 72, other than missing his qualifying, of course. Qualifying didn't really matter to him tonight, though. He was able to win his heat race from 7th, and he'll take home the win here out of turn 4. 4th time this season, Aiden Stoll is a winner with slide job 360 Sprint Car Series. Aiden Villagrán will take home second. Third will be Ethan Millwayne. We'll get a word with those 3 in a few moments. Jamie Gardner, 4th and 5th, is going to be John Klimowitz III. I would assume Dean Reynolds in 6th is probably going to be your hard charger this evening, if not pretty close to it. After coming, I believe he would have started 17th, then run 6th. Pretty good run out of the North Syracuse, New York runner. I'll be your full rundown here for round 6 of 9 this year for the slide job sitting at 360 Sprint Car Series. It's going to be Aiden Stoll, of course, picked up his 4th win of the season. Villagrán finishes 2nd, 3rd, Millwayne, then Gardner, Klimowitz, Reynolds, Pearson, Ray, Goodall, and Martin. That is your top 10 rundown. 11th, Thompson, then Rooney, Vaughn, Robinson, Baker, Klimowitz Jr., Slater, Good, Smith, and Goodall, your top. And Moley, Violet, Tennyson, and Luce is your final rundown for tonight's race here in New Richmond, Wisconsin at Cedar Lake. Now we're going to see if any of our drivers here in the chat are ready to talk. Looks like we do have a race winner, Aiden Stoll, ready for an interview. Hey Aiden, how you doing? Hey Aiden, you got a copy?
Can you not hear me?
Oh yeah, I can hear you now. Yeah.
No. Well, anyways, how are you doing?
Good. Obviously, pretty good night for you. take home your 4th win. Only really blemish on your season is that obviously the tough night you had at Volusia to start the year.
Yeah, I mean, that was just rough. I can't ever seem to qualify and run good in the heat and the features, so got to be bad in one, I guess. Just never
Yeah.
seems fall in the right line.
Yeah, obviously tonight, just struggles there in qualifying, but very easy to make contact with the wall. You see a lot of cars throughout the whole night really getting the wall. I knew that we'd have a couple cautions there in the feature just because of the way the track was. You had to run the top and just very easy to make a mistake and get into the wall here at Cedar Lake.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, there was a lip that you could go based off into 1 and 2 that you pretty much had to set your right rear on, or you were either hitting the tires or flipping out of the ballpark. But yeah, pretty good racetrack. Pretty much just set your right rear on the brown stuff and just hit the throttle.
Yeah, absolutely. I always find this track like it always seems a lot more technical than you would think it would be. Like when you look at it, you think it's just like it would just be just like Lanier or something, but no, it's a completely different ball game. Way harder to run the top at this track than I think a lot of people ever talk about.
Yeah, I mean, compared to Lanier, you just run the same line every single lap. You don't have to change up your entry or nothing. But here it seems like 3 and 4, you can enter 3 different ways and it must be just as fast. And I mean, 1 and 2 is not really another option. Either one you're flipping or another you're.
Yeah, very much so. Very just like I said, just very difficult track. Heck of a job to all the drivers. Really, that there wasn't any more cautions than there was. I definitely thought there would be going into that race, but like I said, great race out of you. Couldn't be more happy for a 4th win of the year for your sake, basically. Obviously missed that one race at Houston. Puts you behind in the points, though.
Yeah, for sure. Also put me in behind the points in your series. My wheel broke last week,
Oh,
so had to get it fixed. Got it fixed in time for this, and found ourselves in victory lane.
yeah. You couldn't ask for more of a, I guess, comeback, if you would say, for this. But thanks for racing with the Slide Job Syndicate tonight, and is there anyone you want to thank?
𝐒𝐥𝐢𝐝 Sim Sports Agility Speed Shop, CFM Esports, just everybody who makes this possible. You for broadcasting, and Henkel for putting all this on.
I appreciate you running, and we'll see you on Wednesday.
For sure. See you later.
All right, that was your race winner for the 4th time this season, Aiden Stoll in the 72. Next, we'll get a word with your 2nd place runner this evening, Anthony Villagran. Hey, Anthony, how you doing?
Yo, what's up, brother? Good, how are you?
Good. Obviously, just didn't seem like you had enough speed to get to the 72, even on that last caution. I thought maybe you'd have a shot since you finally were able to line up behind him. Nonetheless, though, good run out of you this evening here at Cedar Lake.
Thank you. Yeah, I felt pretty good. I was trying to just be really, really patient at the start. I mean, it's pretty slick, and I know myself I can get speed and get around some dudes, but how narrow it is and how slick it is, I was just trying to be really patient at the start and then try to chase Aiden down, but I mean, Aiden's really fast. I give props to him.
Yeah, it's one of those racetracks where you just got to be really aggressive with it, but it's so easy to end up making a mistake. Sometimes you just got to you got to do one or the other. You can't do both. It seems like.
Yeah. I think one thing that he really beat me out on a little more shallow entering, and I think that's where he just really pulled away. I wasn't trying to junk it. I was just trying to maintain my position, and I'll take a second.
Yeah, absolutely. Sometimes like you see in real life, You got to buy your time and be patient, and just bring the car home in one piece. And you're able to do that tonight. Second place run for you. And is there anyone you want to thank?
All my family, all my friends, EPI, just everyone that helps me out and just we'll race together. Yeah.
Well, I appreciate you running as always, and we'll see you on Wednesday with Reigel Promotions Esports.
Yep. Thank you. Have a good day.
All right, that was your second place runner of Anthony Villagran. Next, we'll get a word with your third driver of tonight, and probably your brand new point leader, Ethan Milwain. Hey, Ethan, how you doing?
How are you, Andrew?
Good. I mean, I would assume. I mean, it's not my league, but I would assume you are the brand new point leader since Townsend was not in competition this evening, and third place couldn't do much better than that.
Yeah, it was a good run. I thought I thought the track was great, just as far as how slick it was and stuff. It made it pretty racy. It was a lot of fun tonight, and yeah, with Chase not being here, yeah, I guess if that's what you think the points lead to me, then he'll be back next week, and he's fast, so
Yeah,
you shouldn't have to worry.
but yeah, definitely one of those tough things there. With, I mean, the track I thought was really good though, because in the heat races, obviously you need to be on the top. I mean, it's very treacherous up there, which I think this always should be a danger factor of the top side. But in the feature, I saw, especially back in the pack, there's quite a few drivers running a lot of different lines.
Yeah, I found most of my speed kind of just rolling the top. Like my car is kind of set up for that, and I kind of know what this track race is like. So I feel pretty confident up there. If I could just log a lot of consistent laps up there, I should be able to get through traffic. And I was up front pretty quick, so it was fun. I had nothing for Aiden though, or Anthony. I was pretty broke towards the end of the race, but I just kind of trying to make it survive towards the end.
Yeah, I spoke with the other drivers. Sometimes it's just especially when you're racing for points, you got to kind of take what you can get. Because I mean, you could try harder, but if you push it too much, very easily could end up over the wall, and then you wouldn't be on the podium at all.
Yeah, no, that's kind of towards the end of the race. I wasn't ripping up on the high side. I was kind of entering lower, playing it lower, just kind of playing it safe because that one wrong little slip up move and you're over and you're out of the park and then there goes your race. So it's
Yeah,
kind
we
of not
saw
worth
at
it at
least
that
5.
point if you're trying to points race.
Yeah, see, at least 5 did that tonight to jumped it over the wall. Not even in the heat races, but in the feature as well. But is there anyone you want to thank before I let you go?
I'd like to thank my guys, Goodfellas Racing, Johnny, Bushlight, my buddy Nate, and my brother, racing with these guys all the week, all the time, making it fun. That's why I do it. And like to thank you for throwing on the stream. Like to thank Matt for setting up this league, and appreciate it.
Well, I appreciate you racing with us tonight, and we'll see you again next Sunday.
Yep. Cheers.
All right, that is going to about do it for us here on Reigel Promotions Esports this evening. This has been the Slide Job Syndicate 360 Sprint Cars Series by Leadfoot Racing Entertainment. This is round 6. We got 3 races left. Next week we'll be at Lima Land Motorsports Park. Same time, 7:30 p.m. Eastern. Appreciate each and every one of you for tuning in this evening, and